All right, guys, we're here with a couple of novice players. They haven't ever played this game. They've never seen this game. Go ahead and introduce yourself, gentlemen.
I'm Firefighter.
Love it, Firefighter.
I'm Corey.
Corey. Guys, thank y'all so much for doing this. Let's go ahead and let's get into some gameplay stuff.
Okay, so the first thing they're going to do is choose some characters, which they've already chosen their heroes. I'm going to go ahead and go over an explanation of them, what you're looking at. You're going to have the character's name, their class, how many hit points they have base, their plus to attack, so you're going to roll a d20 plus that number is going to be your attack, a d20 plus this d number is going to be your defense, then you're going to have their damage reduction, so that's their armor they're wearing, and when they get hit, it's going to reduce the damage they take. Then their damage stat and what type it is. For instance, your melee single-handed damage is d8. This guy uses two-handed bow, does a d10. And then you have their special abilities. There are 100 special abilities listed alphabetically in the back of the book. I'm not going to make you look them up. I'll just tell you what they do.
Oh, okay.
This guy has two abilities of alchemy and charm. Charm says that when you hire NPCs to help you, you pay 25% less. Alchemy says at the start of every quest, you get to choose one potion to take for free. There's actually one that's going to be missing from there. Hold on. There should also be, you could choose one of these things if you wanted to. Okay, your character also has alchemy, so you're going to get to choose one potion of your choice. He's got stealth, which says that one of the encounters you come across, you can skip. You and your entire party, you can help basically evade an entire fight. As long as the creatures you run into who don't have an ability to counter it. You also have alchemy grenade, so you're going to get basically two potions. One of them is automatically going to be an alchemist fire grenade, and the other one is a potion of your choice.
Okay. I'm going to grab the potion.
Then your class abilities. So this guy's got a class ability. He gets advantage and higher defense pluses when running into traps. He can also choose to engage the traps for the party. So he's really good at bypassing traps. He also has a lucky ability. Since he's a thief, when he finds actual real treasure, he gets to draw an extra treasure card and discard one. So he kind of picks his treasure. His last ability says that he cannot trade anything to any of his party members without some form of payment. It can be just $10, but he won't just give anything away for free. It's against his nature. Your character has, at the start of combat, before the initiative, you get one free attack. Basically, as creatures are moving in to start the combat, you get a shot off.
Okay.
You also can't use any type of melee weapons, but when you use a ranged weapon, you get piercing 1, so you reduce their armor value by 1 point when you hit them. Not permanently, just per hit.
Okay. So
Everybody, follow me so far?
These go in our bag.
Oh, that'll go into your potion slot. You can put up to 4 of them right there. Okay. So you can put both of those right here in this slot. Everybody good with me so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll keep going then. I'm going to go ahead and give you both a level so you can show you how a level works, which normally would go on that tear pad, but I don't have a tear pad, so we're just going to let you hold on to these really hard to read cards. Please keep in mind that the new cards will look like this and not what I'm fixing to show you, so you're going to immediately go, yes, these are so much easier to read. So you're going to draw 2 of these and choose one.
So I look at over and choose.
Yep.
Oh, not much of an option.
Okay. So you chose. That's the one you want? 4 hit points?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing.
It's like level up?
No, I was looking at the other thing.
Oh, yeah, it's just the back randomly
Yeah, no,
draw.
this
Yeah, when you gain a level, you draw 2 of them randomly, and then you choose one of them. If in the instance that you draw them, they're both exactly the same, you don't get a choice, but you get a consolation prize with plus 2 hit points. So that's cool. Get something for your trouble there. All right, so you got a level, so I'm going to just stick this next to your class cards. And let's move on. You also get to start with 500 gold pieces starting the game to buy extra gear. With that, you can buy extra potions. You can buy spells if you had the magic trait, which I don't, so I'm just going to set these aside over here. You can buy some gear, like a throwing axe, a really good one for that Miradai who's an archer because he gets extra pluses with it. Shield might not be bad for you. Or you can also hire some NPCs if you want to, like, say, hire this warrior to be up front for y'all and tank so they can take more of the damage for you. You can do that.
That might be a good idea. I'm not going to lie to you.
So the story of this game is basically the giant tribes in the north, which are normally fairly peaceful, they're actually full-on invading. And the orc tribes are on the warpath. And undead are crawling up out of holes that have long been dormant. And the heroes of the land have noticed something's wrong. And so as they investigate in this game, it's going to start out, the world's fairly peaceful and pretty and looks great, right? But as they start investigating and completing those quests, the monsters start getting tougher and the world slowly starts getting darker and darker. And eventually the great evil thing wakes up to devour the world. And the only one that can save them, of course, by then is the champion. So you have to save the world. Or everybody dies. It's up to you.
Okay.
There's also this card here that will tell you what happens as you go along. So starting the game, at 3rd level, you'll gain a class specialization. You'll go from an archer to, say, a melee archer, and you'll gain the ability to use melee weapons. Or you might go for a marksman archer, have ability to get pluses on that. Okay. So you'll change what kind of class you are. Then the black market opens, and eventually it adds in extra creatures and stuff, such as higher level monster cards and anti-heroes. Higher level monster cards used to look like this. They now look like this. And they're basically just a card that adds into the monster deck so that when you draw it, you draw like the next monster. Say it was this barbarian, and you augment them. So this barbarian now, instead of being a normal barbarian, we get a +4 attack, +4 damage. I'd roll a d4, let's say I get a 3, and he's actually a vampire. And that way you can run into more variations of monsters instead of the same thing over and over again. Anti-heroes are really, really powerful people, much like yourselves, who are just going to be tough to fight. Cool part is, like this guy here, Count Arandos de Gaston, is actually, you look way down here in the tier 3, there's even a quest to go find this guy and kill him. And you eventually get rid of him, and then you remove him again from the deck, and you don't have to run into him again. But that's all for higher level stuff. We're not going to really encounter that. I just wanted to explain it.
Okay.
All right, what do you want to spend your money on real quick? This is the part that takes the longest.
So we have 500, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this will take 250.
Yep.
500 each.
I want a healer.
You're going to hire the healer?
Yes.
Not a bad choice.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'm going to throw this money off over here.
Let's see. What can I get out of here? Wow, 500 for a shield. Sheesh. Oh, wait, what? They're all different.
Well, one shield spikes, so if you have the ability to shield bash, it ups the damage for how much you bash.
Oh, okay.
Okay, when you hire her, she's going to be much like you. She's got a plus attack, plus damage. The stuff's all the same. What she does have, she's got this cool advisor. I'm sorry, blind. And you're going to put this out here in the battlefield because she has a +1 attack and defense to everybody except for herself.
Oh.
She's also going to have a cool bolt. So those spells I said y'all don't need, I'm going to get them back out. She gets 2 of these that she can use per combat. And we'll mark that by these little tokens. So as she casts one, you'll put one of those on it. She casts that when it's done.
Okay.
And then she'll get them back at the start of the next combat. She also will have a cleric heal ability. One of these that she can use twice per quest. So I'm going to give you some, let's do some yellow ones for that one. That way you can mark what she's got and what she's used.
Okay.
Now, I'm glad you actually hired an NPC because it lets me showcase another card. There's going to be a card like this that you get to put on your side of the table. And this is for boosting minor or major NPCs. Difference is minor NPCs don't have an actual name, healer, northerner. Major NPCs, like Saralyn, are actually have a name of them. They're a named character. They're tougher. The big difference is minor NPCs, they get less of a plus than major NPCs do. So I'm going to lay this over here for y'all to kind of look at during the quest.
Okay.
Y'all are going to be second level. Basically what it means, she's going to be getting a +1 attack and defense and a +2 hit points and damage. So as you go up in level, the NPCs get tougher as well. At starting, NPCs are a great way to help make you through a quest, especially if you're playing something like an archer and a thief who are not real combat supportive upfront types. NPCs can help pull you through it. As you get really high level and you get down to when the world gets really dark, you'll also find that they're not as helpful anymore. By then, these guys who used to be tough will suddenly seem not as cool as the heroes themselves, and the heroes will realize we have to save the world. They can't do it for us.
Right.
Okay. So, trade me one of your potions and I'll get you the basic throw. Deal? Well, hold on. We'll come to that next.
Okay.
Ideal. So I'll buy this for $250.
Okay. You're going to give that to him.
Yep.
So I'm going to put this here in your item slot.
Okay, there you go. And then I'll spend my other
$250 hiring her.
Yep.
I saw what you were doing there. As soon as you said, hold on, I was like, I know where he's going with this. Okay, cool. We're ready to roll on then, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Now.
Oh, wait. This is the minor NPC, right?
Yep. She's a minor, so you're going to have to use this one.
Oh, okay.
Only difference is she gets just a +1 hit points, damage, attack, and defense.
Okay.
This one gets 1 more hit point and damage currently than
Okay.
she does. Okay. Like I said, these are the main quests, and while we're not really ready to tackle one of these, your characters do not want to jump into one of those right off the bat. You got to power level up some. And if that's the only way to gain level, the question comes back to, how do I gain power then? Well, actually, since this is based off of Sage Quest, right? Sage Quest said that people's stalks are born at different power, how strong their soul is, basically. And there used to be this ancient race that controlled the world and left behind all these really, really powerful artifacts, right? Normal people, they pick one up and try to use it, they'll literally explode. So these guys, even as cool as this major NPC is, they can't use it. they're not strong enough. But your heroes, your stock's strong enough. So if you can find some of those artifacts, you can boost yourself probably enough to actually take on some major quests. So what we're going to do is look at side quests. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to automatically have 2 easy side quests available for the first 5 attempts. Win or lose. After those 5 attempts, they start getting randomly shuffled. And you'll get 2 random side quests plus any of the major quests you want to go on to. If you don't like the major side quests that are available, you can always say your character spends some time in the end, spends 500 gold, let some time pass, and draw 2 new ones, see what else pops up. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and choose this Dungeon Crawl Easy and flip it around for y'all. And we're going to go ahead and do that one, okay?
Okay.
What it's going to tell you, kind of quick go over it, it's going to tell you what kind of a boss you fight, where it's at, how many encounters you're going to have to go. We're really going to be looking at all those. Can I use my stealth, scout, and assassin abilities? So yes, you can in this one use your stealth ability. What do I get if I win? Nothing. This is an easy quest. You'll get whatever treasure you win off the monsters. What do I lose? Or if I fail, gold. You lose all your gold.
We got none.
And then how many quests is it? Now there's also a part that says random encounter or environment. Environment actually isn't part of the base game. It's our first expansion. This game, like I said, this is 2nd edition we're coming out. So there is already 3 expansions out for this game, and there are 10 more on the way. The first expansion we're going to put out is actually going to add a thing to where every time you draw your side quest, you also draw a random environment to see where that side quest is taking place at. And what's cool about that is that means instead of having 15 side quests, which is what's available, and it does get a little repetitive, we added 15 environments, so now there's 225 possibilities of quests you run into, and that adds a lot more playability to the game.
That sounds cool.
That is cool.
Throw that back off over there. All right, we're going to look at this one. Says 3 encounters, 1 per hero. Now this is a lesser treasure monsters, what it says. So these are going to be lesser creatures. Now don't let that fool you. Lesser creatures are not weak. They're just weaker. Your standard folk in town won't be able to handle this, so they still need heroes. Now, so 1 card per hero, 3 encounters, there we go. And what this is representation is this is your character's journey on this quest. If you get through all of this to the end, you win. If you encounter one of these and it beats you, you lose. That's the failure. There is a third option. I could get to say here, because you're going to encounter these, deal with them, have a little break to rest, heal if you have anything to heal with, trade gear if you want to, and go on. Let's say I get right here, and one of you's down and the other one's really beat up and you have nothing to heal with and you think, I don't think I can handle it. You can always choose the third option of abandoning the quest. You go back home, you don't win, you don't lose, you just gave up on it, you go back to town, draw new stuff, and keep going. So giving up sometimes, well, it's horrible, is an option.
Okay.
Now these cards can be traps, so you'll be glad you got this guy.
Yeah.
They can be places, they can be people. Most of the time, they're going to be monsters